Greetings to you. Today we will continue with our discussion on the Petals of Blood by Ngugi. In our previous videos, we discussed extensively the plot of the novel. We also analyzed the characters in the novel. We discussed the themes in the novel. And we also discussed some of the literary devices such as images, metaphor, and the use of simile in the novel. Today we will continue with the discussion focusing on the use of symbols, motif, and mood and tone in the novel. And today we saw that there are several motifs and symbols in the novel. And one of the major symbols in the novel is Wanja, which is one of the characters in the novel. Wanja symbolizes the new Kenya. Wanja symbolizes the coming of a independent lifestyle where people pay little attention to the tradition and we are more concerned about their own personal gratification, personal satisfaction. We could see in Wanja that her life is different from the life of the conventional village women in Umarok village. Most of the women there get married before having a child, but here is the character Wanja having a child out of wedlock, and later the child died. Even the death of the child symbolizes the atrocity committed against the children in Kenya, the death of Kenyan children. And we can also see that Wanja symbolizes the modern day women in Kenya and even in Africa generally, where the women are more concerned, pay less attention to tradition, pay less attention to this convention of the society. In most African traditional society, marriage is one of the important key. And a woman having a child outside marriage is considered a reprobate, is considered somebody who is not good enough. And we see that Wanjan having a child from out of wedlock, and then later the child died, even got pregnant. So all those symbolizes the new lifestyle that is eroding the traditional lifestyle. So one just symbolizes the new Kenya and the lifestyle of the modern Kenyans, of the people of Kenya. Another symbol in the novel is the Tengeta. Tengeta is a local alcoholic drink. And one of the things that the Tengeta does to the people of Umorog and the entire Kenya is that it gives them the sense of thought, the sense of belonging, the sense of self-concern, where the men, where after drinking Tengeta, we'll be discussing about freedom, we'll be discussing about the encroaching, the destructive effect of corruption. So the men gather drinking Tengeta and then discussing how to salvage the society, salvage themselves from the imposition, from colonialism, and also from corruption. So the Tengeta is spurring an anti-colonialist discussion among the people, and as a result of that, the colonial government banned Tengeta, made the sale of Tengeta illegal, and the consumption of Tengeta illegal as well. But secretly, some of the characters also were still engaging taking Tengeta. So Tengeta represents freedom, it represents rebellion, it represents struggle for freedom, fight for independence, struggle for liberation. It also represents a form of emancipation from corruption and colonialism. So it's an anti-colonialist tool, and because it is uniting the people against the government and also bringing the people together to express their concern about corruption, it was bound. Now we have another symbol in the novel which is called the Trans-Africa Road. The Trans-Africa Road also symbolizes modernity. It also symbolizes development and the encroaching modern lifestyle in Umarok village. You can see that the Trans-African Road connects a lot of communities, settlements, and we could see that it brought a lot of development to Umorog. It was during the Trans-African Road construction that people in Umorog began to sell their land to foreigners. The coming of the foreigner to Umorog as a result of the construction of the road, and also we saw that even Wanja sold a portion of land, a plot of land, and then used the money to build a brothel. Then he made himself independent, official, former prostitute, where both the foreigners and even the locals come to pay for her services, and then she maybe have sexual affair with them. And also we saw that the Trans-African Road also represent corruption because it brought about corruption to Umorog. Now, the issue of sale of land before, it was like a taboo in Umorog society, but the coming of the development, the civilization that is encroaching as a result of the Trans-African Road has made almost everything, both the one that was previously illegal and legal, now to be accommodative. The people accommodate them. They accommodate sexual escapades. They accommodate a lot of things which the society do not encourage before. Now, there is another symbol which I did not include here, which is drought. The drought that caused a lot of famine in Numarog village and in Kenya entirely is also a strong symbol, a major symbol in the novel. It shows the corruption in the parliament and also the death of morality and culture in the Kenyan society. Now let's move to motif. One of the major motifs in the novel is fire. Motif, fire is a recurrent incident in the novel. Wanja narrated to us in the novel how she encountered a lot of fire incidents which terrified her. And one of the major things that causes problem in the novel also is fire. The setting of the brothel on fire, which led to the death of 3 executives in Numarog village, which we believe it is Umunira that set the brothel on fire. And then the fire also affected Wanja, that Wanja was hospitalized. So the 3 personages which were killed by fire. So we saw that fire is a recurrent incident. It happened several times to Wanja, and at the same time it took the life of 3 executives, 3 people in the Umaro who were in the hotel, the brothel, who were in the brothel of Wanja. Now we have other, which is the mood, the tone, and the narrative point of view in the novel. Now, what is the mood in the novel? So let's start with tone. What is the tone in the novel? I can say the tone is thoughtful, meditative, and at the same time it is uncertain, because even we don't know what is going to happen again from one chapter to another. There were a lot of uncertainty. What could be the end of Monira? What could be the end of the relationship between Wanja and Kariga? What will be the end of Abdallah and some other major characters in the novel? So we have the tone of uncertainty, the tone of thoughtfulness, and then the tone of meditation or meditative. Then it's also anxious, because we saw a lot of anxiety in the novel, from the behavior of Wanja, to even when Wanja was pregnant, there were a lot of anxiety. And also when she gave birth, we saw a lot of anxiety in her and even in the child. Then what is the mood in the novel? The predominant mood in the novel is that of apprehensive fear. We see that sometimes Wanja was afraid what would be the end of her in the when she was pregnant. And also we saw the life of Munira, also afraid. even Wanja coming out of the brother, when the brother was born, he was so apprehensive, was fear. So we saw that it is also pessimistic. There is no hope of something good happening, because the whole thing portray hopelessness. When the drought came, the villagers were hopeless. When the villagers traveled to the city to go and meet the members of the parliament, the treatment meted to them made them to be hopeless. At the same time, when John, who was injured on their way to the city, to the capital of Kenya, was injured, they were expecting the Reverend Father to do something better for them, but he did not do. That also brings a lot of pessimism. And also, we saw that some of the villagers felt to be rejected, felt being rejected by the community, by the government, by the members of the parliament. So there was fear, there was sense of rejection, there was hopelessness, pessimism. And also, we saw that even the people were overwhelmed by the drought, by famine, and by other social vices happening in Umorog village and in Kenya generally. Now, the narrative point of view is that of a third person omniscient, a narrator who knows almost everything that happens to the character, including their inner thoughts, including what they think in their mind. So it's a third person omniscient. So you can see the third person where you use he, she, they, them, and I think these are the major pronouns used in the third person omniscient narrative. So the narrator knows almost everything about the characters, about the situations, including the inner feeling and thoughts of the characters. So in our next video, we are going to be discussing the major conflict in the novel. We are going to also discuss the climax. We are also going to discuss the use of alliteration and personification, and some other literary devices used in the novel. So please make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, so that when new video is uploaded, you will be notified, and then you continue with your study on Petals of Blood. And note that we are uploading more videos on poems, on novels, on drama texts. So it is not only on this, we focus on literature and language. So make sure you invite your friend also who are studying English language or English literature to be part of this journey, so that we learn together. Thank you.